Ever wonder why romantic comedies and cute family tales gave way to high-stakes survival games, epic zombie thrillers, and anti-hero revenge sagas in K-dramas? It started when a few trailblazing series decided to break all the rules, and the rest of the industry followed suit. Today, we'll talk about the 5 most well-known K-dramas that transformed Korean entertainment. Watch through to the conclusion to see how each episode changed the course of events, inspired scores of songs, and even influenced television trends around the world. If you appreciate in-depth analysis on the evolution of your favorite shows, please click the like button and subscribe for more. First up is the Netflix sensation Kingdom, which proved that K-dramas could be just as exciting and expansive as Hollywood blockbusters. Melodrama, palace politics, and royal intrigue dominated Korean historical dramas before Kingdom. Then came Kingdom, which fused Joseon-era palace plots with a terrifying zombie plague. The unlikely combination was effective, and all of a sudden we were running through foggy palaces, sword in hand, and battling undead hordes. Joo Ji-hoon's crown prince sped to uncover a deadly secret amid breathtaking action sequences, panoramic photography, and tense cliffhangers. Kingdom set the standard for production value in addition to igniting a zombie frenzy. Shows like All of Us Are Dead, Happiness, and Wabiao, Sweet Home, then explored infection-driven fear in homes, schools, and post-apocalyptic environments. Kingdom proved that Korean directors could effectively tackle survival horror on a large screen. Then, survival drama gained popularity because to Squid Game. Despite not being the first series about people being forced into deadly games, its excellent production, endearing characters, and sharp critique of inequality made it a global success. After Squid Game became the most-watched Netflix series ever, the survival game genre took off. The same tension was used by South Korea's The Devil's Plan, Japan's Alice in Borderland, and home hits like The 8 Show, fierce rivalry, life-or-death circumstances, and social criticism. More importantly, Squid Game convinced streaming services to spend heavily in Korean content, leading to the creation of massive projects like The Glory, Hellbound, and Gyeongsong Creature. It proved that high-concept, high-stakes K-dramas could dominate the global scene. But as the genre evolved, so did our heroes. Next up is Vincenzo, the anti-hero drama that made us crave a mafia consigliere. When Song Joong-ki's character, Vincenzo Cassano, arrived in Seoul to launder money, he ended up enforcing his own kind of harsh justice. He was ours, even though he broke bones, cheated, and lied. Vincenzo proved that perfect leads were not necessary for K-dramas. Audiences loved his cunning, wicked humor, and willingness to violate morality to beat more evildoers. Vincenzo was followed by more morally questionable heroes. The Glory's meticulous plot of retaliation, Big Mouth's framed lawyer-turned-mastermind, and Taxi Driver's vigilante driver. Korean audiences responded favorably to the complex characters that dissolved the lines between hero and evil. On a more positive note, Coffee Prince transformed rom-coms by bending gender stereotypes. In 2007, Gong Yoo played a charming cafe owner who, mistaking a tomboyish young lady for a guy, falls in love with her. It examined social expectations, identity, and attraction in a humorous, real, and surprisingly profound way. Coffee. Prince proved that K-dramas could tackle challenging topics while still passing as romantic comedies, making it more than just a charming romance. It proved that audiences wanted fresh, unconventional romance storylines, which paved the way for programs like To the Beautiful You, Love in the Moonlight, and The King's Affection. And who could ignore the drama that made Boys Over Flowers a staple of the Chaebol romance? Prior to this 2009 hit, there were rich boy, poor girl tales, but none were this epic. As Lee Min-ho's cold-hearted F4 leader, Gu Jun-pyo, fell in love with the feisty John D, we couldn't help but gaze. Despite all of the ostentation, private jets, pricey attire, and dramatic altercations, it was remarkably successful. Boys Over Flowers inspired the heirs to bring the trope to high school, Secret Garden to add a magical body swap element, and Business Proposal to introduce us to the modern office chaebol chemistry. The combination of wealth, power, and forbidden love that became a staple of K-dramas started with this. In addition to romance and horror, K-dramas excel at crime thrillers. The 2016 hit Signal proved that otherworldly aspects might coexist with legitimate police work. A profiler nowadays and a detective in the 1980s both use a mysterious walkie-talkie to solve cold cases. Every action committed in the past raises the stakes. Signal's time-twist mechanisms, emotional depth, and clear plotline influenced Tunnel, My Perfect Stranger, and Beyond Evil. It proved that Korean crime dramas could be dramatic, imaginative, and very personal all at once. Meanwhile, slice-of-life dramas had a resurgence in popularity thanks to Reply 1997 and its sequels. Reply 1997 captured the beauty of ordinary youth, first loves, idol worship, and familial ties, while using a past and present narrative that made us long for our own adolescence. It was not about chaebols or fairy tales, but rather about the little things that shape us. As a result of its popularity, Reply produced Reply 1988 and Reply 1994, each of which honored various historical periods and served as a reminder that genuine, poignant narratives can be just as compelling as any high-stakes drama. Regarding humor, Welcome to Waikiki revived K-dramas in a humorous way. As three unlucky friends run a failing hotel, complete with absurd jobs, romantic catastrophes, and never-ending jokes, comedy breaks out. It proved that Korean television could create amusing comedy without sacrificing plot or character development, which was refreshing. Its success gave rise to office comedies like Gauss Electronics and action comedy hybrids like Soul Busters, demonstrating that K-dramas can be tremendously funny, endearing, and binge-worthy. Production styles also evolved. For many years, the live shoot approach was used, in which scripts were written as episodes were shown. Despite allowing for freedom, it frequently led to hurried rewrites and uneven conclusions. Then came Descendants of the Sun, which pre-filmed its whole run before airing. The result was a compelling, well-made movie with beautiful surroundings, clever dialogue, and no last-minute chaos. Pre-production's huge success led many producers to embrace it, giving shows like Goblin, Mr. Sunshine, and A Queen of Tears their upscale, big-budget vibe. Finally, let's talk about how K-dramas began to openly and honestly tackle social concerns. The competitive world of elite school was turned into a nasty satire by Sky Castle, which exposed academic fixation and parental pressure. Mi-sang touched a nerve with all salarymen and women by exposing office politics and exhaustion. Itaewon Class also encouraged diversity and entrepreneurship while honoring underdogs who dared to challenge social norms. These shows showed that K-dramas could be more than just entertaining diversion. They could also challenge conventions, spark debate, and portray challenges in the real world. From Kingdom's undead plagues to Squid Game's deadly games, from Vincenzo's anti-hero justice to Coffee Prince's gender-bender romance, Korean dramas have continuously changed. By pushing the limits of genre, character, production, and social criticism, they have inspired countless successes and achieved international renown. Additionally, the next big thing is always on the horizon because streaming services are always in need of new content. Which groundbreaking K-drama changed the way you think about Korean TV? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below for more in-depth assessments of your favorite shows, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you watching, and we hope you will return soon as the next big thing in K-dramas is already in the works.